Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Max English Podcast. I'm Max, and today we're going to talk about something very practical, something that many English learners struggle with: how to sound polite in English without sounding weak. This is a big problem for many learners. Some learners sound too direct, they sound rude, even they don't want to be rude, and other learners sound very polite, but they also sound unsure. They sound weak, and this creates, of course, fear. You may think, if I'm not too polite, people won't respect me, or if I speak strongly, people will think I'm rude. So, what do many learners do? They choose silence and they say nothing, avoid speaking, but silence is not the answer. So, in this episode, I'll show you how to be polite and confident at the same time. You don't have to choose one or the other, you can have both. Politeness is not weakness. Many learners think politeness means being soft. They think it means apologizing all the time. They say things like, sorry, can I maybe ask you something if that's okay? Yes, this sounds polite, but it may sound unsure. It sounds like you are afraid to speak, like you don't believe you have the right to speak. And in English speaking culture, this can be a problem because politeness in English is not about being small, it's not about lowering yourself. Politeness in English is about respect, respect for one another, respect for the other person, and of course, yourself. This is very important. Native speakers don't respect rude people, but they also don't respect people with no boundaries. A boundary is clear line. It's what you accept and what you do not accept. And yes, you can be polite and still have boundaries. You can say please and still sound strong. You can say thank you and still sound confident. The problem is not politeness. The problem is how you express it. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you're at work. Someone keeps interrupting you. You have two options. Option one is telling him, stop interrupting me. This is strong, but it could sound aggressive. Second option is you can say, could you please let me finish my point? This sentence is polite, but it's also clear. You're not apologizing for existing and you're not attacking the other person. You're simply stating what you need. This is polite confidence. Many learners think confidence comes from grammar or advanced vocabulary, but it actually comes from clarity. When your message is clear, you sound confident. You don't need big words or, I don't know, advanced grammar. You just need calm structure. And here's something important. In English, politeness often comes from softening the verb, not the message. For example, I want this report now. Strong message, but hard verb. Now compare it with, could you please send me the report today? This message is almost the same, but the feeling is completely different. You're still asking for action, you're not weak, you're simply respectful. And stop overusing sorry. Oh my god, many learners overuse the word sorry, like sorry to ask, sorry to bother you, sorry, sorry, sorry. But sorry means you did something wrong. If you say it all the time, you sound like you're always wrong. Often, you don't need to apologize at all. Confidence is not about volume, it's not about speaking loudly. Confidence is about being calm. A calm voice sounds strong, A rushed voice sounds nervous. So slow down, pause, breathe. This alone will change how people hear you. Making polite requests that sound confident. Let's talk about that. Let's get very practical. Look at this example. Send me the file. Clear, but too direct. Now, if I say, can you send me the file? Much better. Or, can you send me the file, please? This is polite and also confident. Now, let's go one step higher. Could you send me the file, please? Could sounds slightly softer and more professional. Native speakers use this all the time. And remember this, short, polite sentences often sound stronger than long apologies. Compare these two. Sorry to bother you, but I was wondering if you maybe had time to possibly send today versus, could you send me the file today, please? Less word, but it's more powerful. Your tone is also important. If you speak too fast or your voice goes up too much at the end, you sound unsure. Also, watch where you put please. For example, please, can you help me? It's not wrong, but it's emotional. It's better to say, could you help me, please? Or, could you help me with this, please? This sounds more natural in modern English. A more polite structure is to use would you mind? For example, would you mind helping me with this? This is very polite, still confident. And remember, after would you mind, we use ing form of verb. Like, would you mind helping me? Would you mind looking at this? This is professional, calm, and you can also add some clarity, like, could you send me the file by this afternoon? By this afternoon is going to be explaining the clear, organized, and also confident way of explaining or asking your question. So, when you want to ask for a repetition, instead of saying, sorry, what? Try this. Could you repeat that, please? This is much better. No apology needed. You didn't do anything wrong, so you don't need to say sorry. You just need information. And there are many ways to say no politely. This is hard for many learners, but saying no does not make you rude. For example, try this. I'm afraid I can't help you with this. This is very polite and calm. I'm afraid is just a polite expression. It's not fear. Now, for invitation, you can say, thanks for the invitation, but I'll have to pass tonight. Or, thank you, but I already have plans. So using a structure thank you plus no plus optional explanation is very helpful. Like, I appreciate the offer, but I'll have to decline. Now, when you disagree with someone, some people think that this is impolite. Disagreement is not dangerous. The secret is this. In English, we often soften the disagreement by starting with agreement. Like you say, I see your point, but, or you can say, I understand what you think that, however, this shows respect first, then you can share your opinion. This is confident communication. Now, if you enjoyed this episode, tell me in comments what situations are hardest for you. Work, meetings, saying no, disagreeing. Your feedback helps me create more episodes about real English for real life. Thanks for listening. This is Max English Podcast. Until next time, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep believing in yourself. Bye for now.